Well, Gary Ayres, you joined us on the Monday after our first official game of the season against the Northern Blues, a 23-point win, and I suppose the final score might not have actually reflected exactly how close the game was, and the Blues really challenged us and came at us right throughout the day, and there were some very sore bodies getting around the new social rooms on Saturday night.
Yeah, there was, Sam, and look, that's to be expected. Obviously, Northern Blues had already played a game, and we obviously had to wait that extra week. But the pleasing thing was that every time the Northern Blues challenged us as a group, we were able to find a little bit more, and that was noticeable in the first quarter. Obviously in the third quarter, when Warnock started getting on top in the centre bounces, I thought he gave their midfielders and their players in general a lot more confidence to be able to attack the contest, and of course they used the ball reasonably well. We then became under a lot of pressure, and obviously getting to within 1 or 2 points in that last quarter, things were getting pretty tight. But one of the things that we certainly try and do whenever we play is show a lot of resilience, and I thought we were able to do that. Guys stepped up when the moment arrived, and it was great to see young Blake Pearson kick 4 goals, and I thought he was probably the difference in the end. At certain times throughout the course of the game, he found a goal and contributed to the scoreboard, and I thought Chris Kane and Dan Noonan certainly showed a lot of leadership when it was needed. And for us to be able to record a 23-point win round 1, we walked away with some encouraging signs. So we'll be better for the run. The disappointing thing was probably on the day was the injury to Guy Dixon, which we're hoping that it's certainly not broken as far as his ankle goes, but we're awaiting further scans today. So that was probably the most disappointing thing to come out of the game. And even too, from a development point of view, the development team got a win as well. So it's an encouraging way to start season 2015.
So there were some standout performances throughout the day, and none more so than Blake Pearson. He really looks like he's ready to come of age this season, and as you mentioned, standing skipper Chris Kane just led the side magnificently.
Yeah, look, I think it's pretty important that when young guys arrive at this VFL environment, they have a good understanding of what's needed, and Blake came straight out of the TAC Cup down in Dandenong Stingrays, and over the pre-season he's certainly changed his body shape. He's got a lot fitter, and he's now, I guess, changing his body into that of a young man rather than a young boy. So for him to do that, he's reaping some of the rewards of a good pre-season. I thought his 4 practice matches were very, very consistent, and certainly now with that being what we call probably a benchmark game, he certainly should be getting some confidence. But things change every week, as we know, and Blake's certainly got a lot more work that he needs to put in, but he's aware of that, and it was an encouraging start for Blake. So even Chris Prowse, I thought, responded in the last quarter after Warnock giving him a bit of a touch-up. So that's also encouraging for us, that Chris can change his game and just have a little bit more of an influence on what we need him to do, and certainly that gives our mids a lot more confidence around the stoppages and in those general contests.
And we've mentioned previously how well it looks like the new recruits have settled in, and that forward line of Sandilands, Haratuku and Lyle, they seem to be functioning really well together and causing a few headaches for the opposition.
Yeah, well, certainly for the first time in a long time we've actually got some key forwards, as in the height-wise. We've certainly had some great forwards over the years, as you know, and certainly with the size of those 3 boys, we hope that they will cause a lot of trouble to the obviously opposition defence. Now, how we use the ball and enter into our forward line is going to be a key. I certainly think we can still use the ball better to our key targets, but Geordie Lyle had a really good contribution to the game. Obviously could have been better again with just impacting on the scoreboard. I thought Khan played a role, and Huey Sandilands chipped in with a couple of goals, and I think Hugh's been in terrific form over the pre-season. So with young Clay Johnson and also too Blake Pearson, as we've already touched on, we're hoping that we'll be able to have some strike power up there, and young Tegan Carter-Taylor, who kicked 2 goals in his debut game, so that was a good effort for a 23rd opportunity.
And Werribee next, another arch rival, and it looks like they're coming off an impressive victory over North Ballarat, so expecting nothing less than another tough game.
Look, that's the way the competition is, Sam. There's certainly not going to be, I don't think, that much between any 2 sides on any given day, and it's another home game for us. We'd obviously encourage all our supporters and members to get down and once again hopefully give us the support again, which we know they're always very good at, and we've just got to come out and back up our performance from last week. And as sad as it is, that week's gone now, so what we've got to do is move on, work on the things that we know will make us a better side, and certainly be just as hungry and just as good at what we need to do for the entire game. There were passages in our match on the weekend which I thought we dropped off a bit, but that's maybe the momentum that changes between the opposition having it and we having it. So all in all, get out of that week, do what we have to do this week to recover and work on the things that we know will make us a better side.
Well, Gary, thanks for your time. Congratulations on the sidesman on the weekend and best of luck this Saturday.
Thanks, Sam.